welcome back. This is What Gamers Love. I'm going to do a quick video today on Insta Docking and Undocking, kind of some safe practice stuff. But before I dive into that, I've noticed that I've got more viewers by far than subscribers. So if y'all could please, this is a brand new channel, and it would really help me out if y'all would like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll see when I have new videos coming up. It really helps to motivate me to keep doing this, and would just really help me to grow the channel out, so I would appreciate that. So today we're going to talk about Insta Docking and Undocking, which is really good if you're in trade hubs and you're carrying expensive cargo. You don't want to get cargo scanned and ganked before you have a chance to even get out. It's great if you have a war going on in high sec to be able to quickly get in and out of stations and citadels. It's also very important in low sec and null sec. So it's a general practice. It's good to know how to do this and to use it based on risk profiles when you think it's really necessary. So I've used this travel Fit Condor before, I think in my mining video on setting up bookmarks and everything. So it's got a small little bit of buffer. It's got inertial stabilizers so that it can more quickly align, warp speed, improvements in the rig slots, and then a Microwarpdrive, so this can go 3,400 meters a second, which helps us to quickly make bookmarks. So simple, easy fit. So I'll post a copy of the fit in the description. So let's get started. I'm going to click the undock button. We're here in Heck at the Boundless Creation Factory. And the idea with an instant undock is that you want to immediately be able to warp away as soon as you undock. And so in order to do that, we need to not have to do any aligning whatsoever. I just want to come out of this chute and then go straight ahead to a warp point, a target in space. So what I'm going to do is, in my travel fit, I'm going to undock. I'm going to pulse my Microwarpdrive so that I can get plenty of distance away from the station, enough to be able to set a bookmark. Now, one thing that I would tell you is, you might be tempted to do like 150 kilometers or something like that, or just like a round number, but you really need these bookmarks to be completely random, because otherwise someone could, if you're in a very slow hauler, they could see you warp off. They might have bookmarks of their own to try to catch people if they're in the business of ganking, and so they may jump to 150 and see if you happen to land there and be able to still lock you down. So I like to choose kind of a number at random, but that certainly helps. So we can see here now we're 196, 200 away. We're going to drop it like right here. So let's hit Control B. We're going to do Insta Undock and then never and say submit. So after we've created the Insta Undock, I want an Insta Dock. And so essentially what that is that sometimes, and it depends on the stations, but some stations, the way they are shaped, you can't really warp and immediately dock. I don't know if you've ever noticed before, but sometimes you'll warp into something and then you'll have to like travel a little bit before you can dock. Well, during that time, you could potentially get targeted and blapped by gankers. So the idea behind an Insta Dock is to actually travel within the ring, the docking perimeter. I like to go up a little bit so that you have a nice, clear, clean landing. I have my Microwarpdrive off for this just because I don't want to fly far away way too fast. We're going to put Insta Dock. We're just going to go ahead and create it right here. So now, if you're in a hotly contested system, no, I don't do this every time. Like if I'm just in a ship like this, I'm not worried about it. But if I was hauling a lot of expensive loot back to this trade hub in order to sell it, I would want to warp back straight to this location and immediately dock back up to reduce my risk. Another quick tip, I mentioned this in another video, if you hit the L on your keyboard, it'll pull up the saved locations. This is really helpful to be able to immediately click those and warp to them. So let's look at this in practice. I'm going to dock up. We're going to pretend I'm in a slow boat hauler, but I'm going to undock from the station, hit L to pull up those locations, and then immediately warp off to my Undock bookmark. And this should be a pretty fast procedure. So let's hit Undock. Now that we are out, we're going to kind of spam the L on our keyboard. There it is, Insta Undock warp, and we immediately will warp off. There we go. So now if you were in your hauler, now you would cycle your afterburner, target whatever system you're going to, and then process your next warp. And that's pretty much it. So again, would really appreciate some subscribes. I'm trying to grow this channel, and if you guys have any ideas for other videos you'd like to see in the future, please throw those down in the comments and I'll try to make them. Thanks. Take care.